Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I have a big shit brewing. I already took a big fat shit, and now I got a second big fat shit ready to go. Okay, I went to the ER last night. For what? Good morning, comrades of Valentigrad. I saw videos of people stitching your videos. Nice. Nice. Anyone get a nader last night? We don't get naders in New York. They don't come through. We ain't never, I don't even think we've ever had a tornado in New York. Excuse me. Ooh. I got a big poop brewing in me. How you doing, Nelson? We have had tornadoes? Who knew? Who knew? Chris, I never get a notification from your streams. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. Doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, you click the bell, but then the bell don't work. Make sure when you click the bell, you don't have it on like custom. Maybe you don't have it on all notifications or some shit. It's Mossad? Yeah, probably. Check Tucker Carlson's merch. I know. It's so good. It's so good. His merch is so good, and it pisses me off. I just wish it was anybody other than his merch. Here's some of Tucker Carlson's most recent merch. Neocons are gay for Israel. Neocons are gay for war. Look at this NYC beanie, dude. Look at these NYC hats. PSYOP critic. Like, it's just so good, bro. His merch is so good. I just wish it wasn't his. The Somali daycare hoodie. Nation building is gay. I love nicotine. I really want that one. The I love nicotine. APAC, an offer you can't refuse with puppet strings. Dude, his merch is so fucking good, bro. Like, am I a bad person if I buy Tucker Carlson's merch? Am I a Republican if I do that? Am I a Republican if I do that? Because I'm gonna do that. I'm going to buy his merch. I am 1000% buying some of this merch. I'm buying the fucking... Let's see. I don't really wear hats. I'll probably buy the Good Luck NYC one, the Good Luck NYC shirt. That's incredible. Definitely gonna buy the I Heart Nicotine mug. Definitely gonna buy the Neocons are gay for Israel mug. Why you give that thing your money? Just be funnier. No, I just want the mugs, man. I just want the mugs. Just so you know, Tucker Carlson's going to run for president in 2028. And if it's Tucker Carlson versus Gavin Newsom, Tucker wins 100% of the time. And that should scare the ever-loving fuck out of you, because Tucker Carlson will actually do, like, the mass deportation campaign that Trump is not doing, because Trump wants slave labor. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not voting for Gavin Newsom in any universe. Tucker Carlson versus Gavin Newsom, I'll actually vote third party. The I Heart Nicotine goes kind of hard, dude. That thing goes stupid hard. Be so for real. By the way, I have therapy at 1, so this is not going to be too long of a live. Maybe like an hour or something. China's surrounding Taiwan. China's been surrounding Taiwan for a while, but let's see. I fucking told you. I said eventually China's just gonna waltz into Taiwan because they know that we literally can't do anything. Taiwan reports large-scale Chinese military aircraft presence near the island. 26 military aircraft around the island on Saturday. It's bad. China's vowed to seize the island by force if necessary. Yeah, well, the thing is, we won't even do anything. We won't even fight back. I'm a therapist. We could just do your therapy here. Brothers, do you not know that I talk about you in therapy? It's you. It's you. I'm fucking with you. Start with a little Bella Ciao to start the day. Una mattina mi sono alzato, un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Un bello ciao, bello ciao, bello ciao, ciao, ciao. Partigiano, portami via. Che mi senta di morire. Incredible. Incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Yo, are donations working? I have no idea if donations are working. Somebody find out. Somebody find out for me. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Bibi? Yeah, no, I am starting to think Bibi Netanyahu might be dead. I am starting to think that Bibi Netanyahu might be dead. Hi, Weenie. See, at first I thought that they would nuke the entire fucking planet if Bibi is dead, but now, I don't know. Maybe Israel is a paper tiger, you know? Luigi. Fish. 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 Don't yell at me. You've got everything you need. Don't yell at me. Don't you yell at me. There's not a thing in the world that you need. Hey. You want to come up? No, you don't? What do you want? You want me to play with you? Give me a toy and I'll throw it. Give me a toy and I'll throw it. Where's the toy? Give me a toy. Here. You want this? Yeah? You want this? Destroy it. Destroy it. Dracarys. Dracarys. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah, no, definitely a real video. Definitely that's real. Trump has been a fucking asshole. Oh, yesterday. On Air Force One being a real fucking prick, dude. However, that is expected with King Donald. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Hassan. Good one. Hassan is off to Cuba. I heard. Yeah, no, I think BB's dead, bro. Ah. I think the motherfucker's dead. And we're going to cover it in today's video, don't worry. We will be talking about that in today's video. So now you think he's dead? Yeah. Once I saw that video they posted as his proof of life, I was like, oh, he might be fucking dead. He might actually be fucking dead. Can you explain why? Yeah, when we get to it in the video, I'll be showing you all the reasons why I think he's fucking dead. That shit was AI generated. What do you mean, Chris? You don't have 6 fingers? No, but I got 3 legs. Bazinga, bazanga, bazunga. All right. I think we dive into today's video, huh? I think we just dive right in so I get it done. Lazy day, by the way. Lazy fucking day. It's dog shit outside. It's like raining and it's like, oh, it's cold and it's muggy. It's gross out there. And I've got to take a shit. You already missed the Bella Ciao, Ronan. I got to take a fat shit. You sound a little sick. No, I'm just tired and I have to take a shit. But I want to hold it. You know? You know? Go shit, king. Can't shit. Can't shit, won't shit. Born to shit. Forced to pay taxes, you know? Thank you for becoming a member for 7 months with a go shit, king. Now Luigi and Beans are about to go to war. Hey Chris, I really appreciate what you do. I love your humor and your need for good. Keep fighting the good fight. I'll be behind you when all goes bad. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bearer of the curse. Maroon is really your color. Thank you, Olivia. I appreciate that. Now, literally born to shit, forced to wipe. You know, that's why I bought a bidet. I haven't wiped in years. Volume low. Suck my dick. Turn your volume up. How's that, huh? How's that, huh? How's that, huh? Is that cool? Is that cool? Tucson, Arizona is hosting Iran's soccer World Cup team. We also have Raytheon there. Should we be worried about a false flag? Not from their fucking soccer team. Their soccer team making a do diddly shit. All right, I'll turn it up just a tad. I'll turn the volume up just a tad to like right there. How's that? Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? All right. You want to just start the video? Y'all want to start the video? All right. Let's do it. My bidet is hooked up to the hot water heater, so it's nice and warm. The ladies need more chest hair. The fuck do you want me to do? Wear nothing? What do you want me to do? Wear nothing? You guys seen me in the super low cut shirt. You seen that? You seen that? You seen that? Y'all are out of your fucking gourd. Y'all are out of your gourd. All y'all gooners and not one of you in my DMs. Who the fuck are you? You fucking bastards. Wear the V-neck. I think it's like in the laundry or something like that. Valenti OnlyFans. I already told you guys I'm gonna be on the OnlyFans as soon as I hit 1 million subs on YouTube. I'm gonna be on the OnlyFans. I'm gonna just do the exact same videos, butt naked. Exact same videos, butt naked. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Listos. Listos. How do your feet look? Put them in the corner for 60 seconds. All right, y'all ready? Somebody said, I think I'm too young for you. I don't remember 9/11. How old was I in 9/11? I was 4, bro. I don't remember shit from 9/11 other than my mom coming home and being like, what the fuck? I think I remember everybody was like sent home real early. Everyone was sent home real early. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. All right, y'all ready? Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, here we go. Trump is begging other world leaders to send in their navy to help us secure the Strait of Hormuz. So I told you this is a world war, but now we got like the fucking Brits are sending their warships. He's asking China to send their warships. So China obviously sent their warships to surround Taiwan because as soon as the Chinese decide, they'll just waltz right into Taiwan and will do nothing because we have used all of our ammo, losing a war against Iran in the name of Israel. I have a lot of stuff to queue up for you. Trump was on Air Force One yesterday, just being the biggest fucking prick in American history, refusing to answer any questions about the 6 service members who died the other day, just fucking spitting and foaming at the mouth, attacking all the press, saying that they're all fake news. It's insane. Also, the FCC is threatening to revoke the licenses of news broadcasters who do not report on the war in a good light. You know, that means you're usually winning, right? Usually means you're winning the war when you say, if you don't say that we're winning the war, I'm gonna fucking take away your broadcasting license. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good sign. Oh, it's all so fucking stupid. There are sitting Republican congressmen threatening to charge Tucker Carlson with treason because he's anti-war, which is, again, so fucking baffling to me considering Tucker Carlson was like the pro-war guy on Fox News during the Iraq and Afghanistan war. What else? The Iranians are letting some people pass through the Strait of Hormuz, like India, but they're not letting any Americans or like the allies of America. Dude, the fucking Iranians have labeled Ukraine as a valid target. They're like, yeah, we'll bomb Ukraine. It's unfucking believable. Yeah, so Iran is letting BRICS nations pass through the strait. And then I think Bibi Netanyahu's actually dead. I think he's actually dead. And I know a lot of you think he's actually dead too. He hadn't been seen in public in like 7 days. And then they dropped like a video of him as proof of life. And it's AI generated. It's fucking AI generated. I'll die on that hill. On top of that, his son, who posts between like 30 and 50 times a day, has not posted on Twitter in 7 days, almost like he had a tragedy in the family. Oh no, your daddy might be dead. Yeah, lots to talk about. We're gonna dive right in, all right? Before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing and helps me immensely. And remember that this is real independent media. I have no advertisers. I've never had a conversation with a billionaire, a government, a PAC, any of that shit. So if you do want to support the channel financially, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can buy merch like the posters behind me. We also got mugs, we got hoodies, we got stickers, we got hats. You can click the thanks button down below to tip me directly. You can click the join button down below to become a member of the channel, and you can become a patron on Patreon. Big shouts out to everybody who's ever donated a single dollar in the channel. You guys are incredible. This is grassroots funded media, and you keep it moving. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and without further ado, let's just dive right in. So the first thing I want to show you is a couple of clips from Trump on Air Force One yesterday, just being, I mean, I don't even know if, like, I have the words for it other than, like, purely apathetic. He has no fucking empathy. He has no apathy. The guy doesn't give a fuck about the dead U.S. soldiers. So this first one, you're going to hear a reporter ask him if he has any comment on the 6 service members who died. And I swear to God, he's literally going to look her in the eyes or that journalist in the eyes as the question is being asked, and then ignore it entirely. It's actually kind of fucking crazy. We're gonna have to watch this twice. That's how crazy it is.
Do you have a comment on the 6 service members who passed?
So it was fast, but she said, do you have a comment on the 6 service members who passed?
Do you have a comment on the 6 service members who passed?
He doesn't give a fuck. So to, all GIs, just so you know, when you die, he's not going to give a fuck. And to all the parents of soldiers and sailors, like when your child dies, he doesn't give a fuck. He never gave a fuck. One more time.
Do you have a comment on the 6 service members who passed?
Who else?
What do you want to see in the deal? Because earlier you said reportedly that...
Well, you start off with there will be no nuclear weapons. That's where it starts. And then on top of that, there's plenty of things that we're going to get. Thank you very much.
Comment about Israel?
Unbelievable. We got more clips of him. So this one's really funny. This is where Trump demands that other world leaders send their navies to defend the Strait of Hormuz, despite the fact that the Strait of Hormuz belongs to the Iranians, and the Iranians are now laying mines throughout the entire fucking strait.
There's a few people dropping mines here and there, and you louse it up. So we need.
Also, don't be mad at me about the audio. I've said this a million times. I don't understand why the President of the United States has the worst fucking microphone in human history.
There's a few people dropping mines here and there, and you louse it up. So we need. We are demanding that these countries come in and protect their own
Said, I really am demanding that these countries come in.
territory because it is their territory. It's a place from which they get their energy, and they should come and they should help us protect it. You could make the case that
I thought Trump said the war is already won. I thought Trump said the war is already won, but now he's literally on his hands and knees begging for help.
maybe we shouldn't even be there at all because we don't need it. We have a lot of oil. We're the #1 producer anywhere in the world times 2. By double, at least double. Now I think it's much higher than that. But we do it. It's almost like we do it for habit. But we also do it for some very good allies that we have in the Middle East.
So he's begging other world leaders to join in the fight. And I do believe the Brits already sent their warships, but here's another one. Here's him crashing the fuck out.
Said that we're nowhere near sending ground troops to the Middle East. Or we still
I
have
don't talk to
situation.
people like you about that. I mean, why would I tell you I'm sending or not sending? I don't talk about
Do you
it.
even-
Maybe because we are the American people and our sons and daughters have to go fight and die for your pedophile war that you are waging in the name of Israel because you are actually enslaved by Bibi Netanyahu. But yeah, no, this guy doesn't consider himself a president. He considers himself the Führer, and he thinks that he does not need to disclose any information other than what he wants.
said that we're nowhere near sending ground troops to the Middle East. Or we still
I
have
don't talk to
situation.
people like you about that. I mean, why would I tell you I'm sending or not sending? I don't talk about
Do you even-
military strategy. Who would talk about it?
Do you-
I mean, who would answer a question like that?
Do you have a comment?
Oh, maybe a sitting president of the United States of America would answer a question like that in order to, quell the fears that their sons and daughters are going to be drafted and sent to a boots-on-the-ground fight, a suicide operation against a mountain fortress of a nation 90 million strong. Maybe that would help. So remember, by the way, guys, Trump threatened to invade NATO a couple of months back. Like, he literally threatened to invade Greenland and start a war with NATO, the world's strongest military alliance that we're a part of, and now he's begging NATO for help.
Remember, like as an example, in many cases, the NATO countries, we're always there for NATO. We're helping them with Ukraine.
We're always there for NATO, bro. You literally threatened to invade NATO and start war with them.
It's got an ocean in between us. It doesn't affect us, but we've helped them. It'd be interesting to see what country wouldn't help us with a very small endeavor.
With a very small endeavor. So he's calling this war with Iran a very small endeavor. If it's a very small endeavor, why are we losing? If it's a very small endeavor, why do we have over 100 dead U.S. service members? If it's a very small endeavor, why are there over 750 wounded Americans? If it's just a small endeavor, why have all of our bases in the Middle East been fucking destroyed? I know that, like, the American media wants you to think that we've only gotten hit at those bases. No, our bases are gone. Like, actually gone. Turned into dust, barbecue chicken shit, okay? Literally incinerated. Same thing with U.S. embassies across the entire fucking region. They destroyed our radar systems. They destroyed our THAAD missile batteries. We're out of fucking ammo, dude. And don't even get me started on Israel. The Iron Dome has literally just failed. Israel's being fucking pelted non-stop with missiles, and the Iranians haven't even tapped into their Mach 4 hypersonics. They sent one. They sent one hypersonic sort of as like a, hey, check this out. Guess what's coming for you once you run out of ammo. Like, dude, there is no way around this. If you think that we are winning this war, you are mentally disabled. There's no way around it. And there's no shade to those who are mentally disabled. You know, we love our mentally disabled folk. But if you support Trump, you are also mentally disabled. You have a mental disability. If you think we're winning this war, you have a mental disability. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's an irrefutable fact.
What country wouldn't help us with a very small endeavor, which is just keeping the Strait open? And by comparison,
He thinks that it's a small endeavor to keep the Strait of Hormuz opened.
is small. It's small because Iran has very little firepower left.
He said Iran has very little firepower left. I actually do think he believes this too, which is like the scariest part. All right, we got another clip of him here. Here's him saying that after we're done with Iran, we're going to do Cuba, which is, by the way, Hassan and Greta Thunberg and a whole bunch of these leftist content creators are on a fucking flotilla right now, headed to Cuba to deliver them much needed, I think, like fuel and food and water and all that shit, medical stuff. I'd be very curious to see what happens there. I'll give you my prediction. I think that the United States Navy will stop the flotilla in the water. I don't think that we're going to open fire on it. However, you never know. But I think they'll stop the flotilla in the water and arrest everybody on board. And I do not think that flotilla will make it. All right, let's listen.
Thank you very much.
What do you want to see in a deal?
You're talking to Cuba. What do you want to hear from them? And
Well,
what is that
I am holding Cuba. Cuba's a failed nation. Cuba also wants to make a deal, and I think we will pretty soon either make a deal or do whatever we have to do.
We'll either make a deal or do whatever we have to do. What he just said was Cuba will either make a deal that is only beneficial to us, or we're just going to fucking invade Cuba and turn it into a vassal state like we did Venezuela. Here's the thing. They're only going to do the second option. Just so you know. Cuba could make a deal. Doesn't matter. Trump is going to invade Cuba. You're hearing it here. Mark my fucking words. Come back here when I'm right. We are invading Cuba. We will turn Cuba into a vassal state. We're doing this to the entirety of the global south. We're doing it to Ecuador right now. Colombia will be after Cuba. This is just the way that, you know, these fascist dogmen consider the entirety of the global south to be non-human.
We have a lot of great people that happen to vote for Trump. Not that that matters, but we have a lot of great people from Cuba that were violently and viciously thrown out of the country, and worse, their families were killed. And so we're talking to Cuba, but we're going to do Iran before Cuba.
what is
And you know, people have been waiting 50 years to hear this story with Cuba. When I left Palm Beach today, there were thousands of people in the road. I'm sure you saw them. And they were from Cuba and from Venezuela, all friendly, waving the flag and waving the American flag. They've been waiting 50 years for what's happening with Cuba. So I think something will happen with Cuba pretty quickly.
Yeah, dude, you're talking about the descendants of those who fled under Castro. You're talking about people who were like unbelievably fucking rich, held all of the land, and quite literally were using slave labor on that island. You're talking about the people who had to flee because of communism. I don't pity a single fucking Cuban diaspora. I don't pity a single fucking Iranian diaspora. I don't pity a single fucking Venezuelan diaspora. You're all traitors to your fucking people. Like, who do you think tried to do the Bay of Pigs? They were all Cuban diaspora. Our bases are getting blacked in Bahrain, Kuwait, Dubai, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Jordan, Qatar, Israel, Iraq, and Iraqi Kurdistan. Have U.S. bases been hit in Syria yet, or did we bounce on out of there? No, I'm pretty sure that we were hit in Syria as well. But yeah, no, like, we're being destroyed. We're losing this war day by day. It's fucking irrefutable fact. All right, we have another one. Oh, no, this is the same thing. This is the same Cuba clip. All right, now I do have a bunch of different clips from him on Air Force One that I want to scroll through. I think there's a couple of them. Yeah, here's one about China.
I don't want to tell you about that. I mean, I can't really say for sure, but China's an interesting case study.
China's an interesting case study.
They get most of their oil, as you know, by far.
Yeah, they get most of their oil from Iran, but the Chinese are not reliant on oil. The Chinese are like the leading nation in renewable energy. They have entire fucking mountainsides with solar panels, dude. Trump is about to make an announcement live. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm 90% straight.
Let's just double check to make sure it's not that big of a deal. Trump live. Oh, what is this? Adam Mockliv. Trump live. All right, it's a Kennedy Board Center meeting. Who gives a shit? Doesn't really fucking matter. All right, let's finish this video.
So I said, would you like to come in and we'll find out? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You know, there's some other deeper reasons why they may not. They should come in my opinion. It never made sense for years. If you go back and look at what I've said years ago, I said, why aren't we maintaining the Hormuz Strait when it's really there for China and many other countries?
He's literally inviting Chinese warships to secure the fucking Strait of Hormuz.
Why aren't they doing it? And that's because we had weak leadership, to be honest with you. But I'm bringing it up now because I think even long term, I think it's something.
He's such a bumbling fucking idiot. Oh, here's his little threat to the UK.
I said, I don't want them after we win the war. I want them before.
So he's pissed because the UK decided to send warships, and he's like, we don't need them now. We don't want to work with countries who only join the war after the war is won. So he's pretending that the war is won. Meanwhile, he's begging European leadership for help.
So whether it's whether we get support or not, but I can say this, and I said it to them, we will remember.
What a fucking dork. What a dweeb. All right, let's move on here. Trump had a little, like I want to say a little bit of a crash out, but he had a big fucking crash out. We're going to start with this. The United States of America has beaten and completely decimated Iran, both militarily, economically, and in every other way. But the countries of the world that receive oil through the Hormuz Strait must take care of that passage, and we will help. A lot. The U.S. will also coordinate with these countries so that everything goes quickly, smoothly, and well. This should have been a team effort, and now it will be. It will bring the world together toward harmony, security, and everlasting peace. President Donald J. Trump. And now he starts to really fucking lash out. This is a long one. Get ready. Iran has long been known as a master of media manipulation and public relations. They are militarily ineffective and weak, but are really good at feeding the very appreciative fake news media false information. Now, AI has become another disinformation weapon that Iran uses quite well, considering they are being annihilated by the day. They showed phony kamikaze boats shooting at various ships at sea, which looks wonderful, powerful, and vicious, but these boats don't exist. It's all false information to show how tough their already defeated military is. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You want to know who is using AI? The Israelis, trying to prove that Netanyahu is still fucking alive. Let's keep reading. The 5 U.S. refueling planes that were supposedly struck down and badly damaged, according to the Wall Street Journal's false reporting, and others, are all in service, with the exception of one, which will soon be flying to the skies. So now he's claiming that those 6 U.S. refueling aircraft that were obliterated were actually taken out, were not taken out, that it's AI generated. 25th Amendment, immediately. Get that fat, disgusting, fascist piece of shit out of office. Buildings and ships that are shown to be on fire are not. It's fake news generated by AI. For instance, Iran working in close coordination with the fake news media. So he's claiming that Iran is working with American media. This is why he's getting ready to charge people with treason, like CNN anchors and Tucker Carlson. Shows our great USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier, one of the largest and most prestigious ships in the world, burning uncontrollably in the ocean. Not only was it not burning, it was not even shot at. Iran knows better than to do that. The story was knowingly fake, and in a certain way, you could say that those media outlets that generated it should be brought up on charges for treason and the dissemination of false information. Again, if you thought that you lived in a democracy, you don't. You do not have rights. I'm being serious. If you cover this war in a negative light, like the way I do, you are running the risk of being charged with treason. That's what this is. That's the world that we live in right now. So if you don't say like, oh no, our perfect president is winning the war. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Like it's fucking North Korea. If you don't do that, they're going to try to charge you with treason. The fact is, Iran is being decimated, and the only battles they win are those that they create through AI and are distributed by corrupt media outlets. The radical left-wing press knows this full well, but continues to go forward with false stories and lies. That's why their approval rating is so low, and I can win a presidential election in a landslide, getting only 5% positive press. They have no credibility. I am so thrilled to see Brendan Carr, the chairman of the FCC, looking at the licenses of some of these corrupt and highly unpatriotic news organizations. Do you understand what he's saying? He's saying that Brendan Carr, the chairman of the FCC, is going to revoke the licenses of news media outlets that do not cover this war in a purely positive light. Guys, pretty soon, the only people you're going to have left are me. Okay? Me and Kyle Kolinsky. I want to say Hassan, but who knows if he'll make it home from that flotilla to Cuba. Inshallah, Hassan makes it home, but you never fucking know. They get billions of dollars of free American airwaves and use it to perpetuate lies, both in news and almost all of their shows, including the late-night morons who get gigantic salaries for their horrible ratings and never get, as I used to say in The Apprentice, fired. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. But don't worry, guys, that wasn't his only fucking crash out. He had another one. Oh, dude, these ones are so long. They're so long, dude. Okay, it's just a bunch of bullshit about tariffs there. Just, oh my God, it's so long. The courts treat Republicans and me so unfairly, always seeming to protect those who should not be protected. They are highly politicized. Cases don't matter. The judge does. As an example, how is this absolutely terrible Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Too Late Powell not even allowed to be investigated for the horrible job he does? How is he allowed to be billions of dollars over budget, years behind schedule? Dude, it's so fucking crazy. Like, I don't even want to read this whole thing. He's literally, our president is having a temper tantrum, bitching and moaning about the fucking ballroom, while our boys and girls are dying in a pedophile war waged by Israel. A pedophile war waged by fucking Israel. Okay, I'm not even going to read that whole thing. It's so, oh my God, dude. He beast through strength. No panicins. Oh, so what this means is Republicans who do not support the war in Iran, he does not want your support. This is what he means. When he says no panicins, he means panicking Republicans. He means if you don't like the war in Iran, fucking fuck off. That's what he literally is saying here. All right. A couple of live updates from the war here. So U.S. officials are looking to rally support for a coalition to secure the Strait of Hormuz. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer says his country is working with its allies on a plan to reopen the shipping route. No countries have committed to sending warships to the waterway, which Iran claims is operating under special conditions. Well, these countries know that if they go into the Strait of Hormuz, they're going to get fucking destroyed by Iranian drones. All right, here's a little update here. This is from NBC. Trump pressures NATO and China to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and Israel launches limited Lebanon ground operations. So the Israelis have begun their illegal invasion of Lebanon.
Launched new attacks, striking a fuel depot at Dubai's airport and continuing to fire on Tel Aviv.
Inshallah.
Day and night. This is what a cluster bomb looks like.
Yallah.
We filmed as it exploded and rained dozens of small bombs on the city. Iran is still firing even after non-stop U.S. and Israeli attacks.
I thought we destroyed them. I thought the war was won. I thought that they don't have any missile silos anymore. Also, call me whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna celebrate every single time a missile pierces the fucking Iron Dome. It's about damn time the fucking Israelis have to pay consequences for their actions. And don't fool yourself into thinking that this has anything to do with Netanyahu, okay? Netanyahu could be replaced and the Israelis would still be doing the exact same shit. 70 to 90% of the Israelis fully support the genocide in Gaza and sending American boys and girls to go fight and die in their war against Iran. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's not even about Netanyahu. It's about the entirety of the Israeli population. Fuck them.
Which the Pentagon described as the most intense of the war so far. Iran is sounding defiant too.
We never asked for a ceasefire, and we have never asked even for negotiation. We are ready to defend ourselves as long as it takes.
President Trump is now threatening to cripple Iran's economy. U.S. fighter jets, after markets closed Friday, attacked Harg Island, just off the Iranian coast. The industrial island.
Oh, yo, by the way, there's a reason why they cut that footage right here. Not that one.
Just off the.
This one. I've seen the full footage, so have you. When that bomb hits, that's a MOAB, bro. That's a MOAB. Nicknamed Mother of All Bombs. I'm pretty sure it means like mass ordnance aerial bomb, something like that. This is a MOAB. This is the largest bomb that you can use before you start using nuclear weapons. It releases a mushroom cloud. It looks exactly like a nuclear weapon, but there is a reason why. Also, please don't fool yourself into thinking that like NBC or CNN are anti-war. They are not anti-war. They are anti-Trump, and they'll do everything they can to make Trump look bad, but they fully support this war. These are all ideological Zionists, and they're not going to show you the fucking MOAB going off because they don't want us to panic.
The industrial island produces 90.
Bro, dude, it's literally Carg Island, bro. I remember, dude, I don't know how many Battlefield 3 players are here, but I remember we had the American warship right there, and we took the amphibious boats and we assaulted right here on the shoreline, and then we push in and we take the oil fields and we push in, we take like the city, then we push all the way to the back and we take the, like the ports. Oh, I remember it like it was fucking yesterday, man.
80% of Iran's oil, nearly all of it exported to China. The Pentagon said it destroyed Harg's defenses.
Oh, dude, I remember running fucking combat on this fucking port right here, bro. Does anybody remember sometimes you jump in the water and you swim around the sides, go up a ladder, right? And you'd flank them while they're defending this entire building? Does anybody remember that shit, or is it just me? I remember this shit like it was yesterday.
Trump said he could go further and target the oil facilities themselves. In a phone call with NBC News, Trump saying, quote, "We may hit it a few more times just for fun."
What? Yo, we may bomb it a few more times just for fun? What? What the fuck? Yo, 25th Amendment, immediately. 25th Amendment, immediately.
Iran still has a few allies left. Hezbollah in Lebanon continued firing rockets at Israel.
Shout out Hezbollah, shout out Hamas, you guys are goated.
As Israel pounds Beirut and southern Lebanon, displacing hundreds of thousands. And a pro-Iranian militia in Iraq fired this drone, filming as it hit a former U.S. base.
Look how slow it's going. See, this is my point, guys. We're not even attempting to shoot this shit down, bro. We're not. This thing's going 4 miles per hour. It's moving like a World War I tank. We're doing nothing to defend our bases. It's a flying lawnmower.
In Baghdad, no American troops were there, according to a U.S. official.
It looks like nothing was there, man.
But American casualties are mounting.
Oh, don't worry. Trump will load that corpse into the back of an Amazon U-Haul and send it straight to Arlington.
The U.S. identified the 6 crew members killed when their
Bro, all 6 of these people died for literally fucking nothing. All 6 of these people died for Israel, dude. For Israel, and the U.S. government is lying about their death, claiming that there was an accident and their jet just happened to fucking crash into the ground, killing all 6. Dude, this shit was shot down, and they are disgracing their fucking honor.
Fueling plane crashed last week in Iraq. At least 13 Americans have been killed since the war began.
That's also a lie. The U.S. government is only telling us that 13 have been killed. That number is beyond a shadow of a doubt above 100.
The Pentagon also announced that it is sending more warships and about 5,000 potential ground troops to the region to support.
Yeah, they're sending 5,000 Marines and an amphibious assault group. This is because, like I've been telling you, we're going to do an amphibious assault on Carg Island. We're going to successfully make it to the shore. There will be zero resistance. Our troops will move in, and then the Iranians will launch a massive drone attack on the warship that amphibious assault group launched from, either destroying that ship or forcing it to retreat, rendering the 5,000 Marines on Carg Island essentially hostages. They'll have no way off the island, right? And from there, Trump is going to have to make a decision. Do we do a suicide mission to try and get them out? Do we bomb Karg Island knowing our own boys are there? Or do we just leave them there as a blood sacrifice to Israel? So you never know. But we are going to do an amphibious assault, and it's going to go terribly.
Support the war, including a Marine Expeditionary Unit. This is a kind of force that specializes in beach landings. The Pentagon didn't specify what the extra troops would be used for.
They don't need to specify, bro. We're not all as stupid as the red hat wearing fucking troglodytes. UK won't be drawn into a wider war and will work with allies in the Strait of Hormuz plan, Starmer says. So, like, Starmer's a fucking idiot. Starmer is sending warships, but he's claiming that they're not going to get dragged any further into the war. They have absolutely no fucking idea what they're doing. It's very pathetic. Okay. So, here's a little bit of a daily update. This is the update for today. Okay, so what do we have here? European countries have resisted Donald Trump's demand for help to clear the Strait of Hormuz. Donald Trump called on the UK, China, France, Japan, and South Korea, and other countries to send ships to the world business. Dude, all of them said no. That's so fucking funny. Actually, I think the UK is going to send 2 warships. President said it would be very bad for the future of NATO if allies didn't help secure the strait. I have to burp. Oh, excuse me. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, however, told reporters that the strait is only cut off for vessels of the U.S., Israel, and their allies. They're so petty, dude. The Iranians are letting Indians go through. An oil tanker appears to have cleared the Strait of Hormuz and is now sailing to Pakistan, a country Iran has thanked for their solidarity. Dude, that's the funniest thing. Is like Iran is like, yeah, no, you guys could go through. You guys could go through, but no, not the Americans, not the Israelis, not the French, not the Brits, not the Spaniards. Nobody that works with America can go through, but you guys can go through. Here's a little map of how to avoid the mines. Like, this is so fucking pathetic. The Lebanese health ministry said 850 people have been killed in Israeli attacks since March 2nd. That makes sense. The Israelis are fucking dog people. Iranian drone attacks temporarily shut down Dubai airport and hit a key oil facility in the UAE. The UAE was attacked earlier today with 6 ballistic missiles and 21 drones from Iran. All right, let's talk about the FCC. FCC chair threatens to revoke broadcasters' licenses over war coverage. Brendan Carr, the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, threatened on Saturday to revoke broadcasters' licenses over their coverage of the war with Iran, his latest move in a campaign to stop out what he sees as liberal bias in broadcasts. As the war entered its 3rd week, Mr. Carr accused broadcasters of running hoaxes and news distortions in a social media post and warned them to correct course before their license renewals come up. Let's see the full post here. Broadcasters that are running hoaxes and news distortions, also known as the fake news, have a chance now to correct course before their license renewals come up. The law is clear. Broadcasters must operate in the public interest, and they will lose their licenses if they do not. So what the Trump regime and the fascist dog people are interpreting as public interest is, if you say that we're losing the war, if you say we have dead troops, if you say the price of oil is going up, that scares Americans, and that's bad for the economy, and that's against public interest. So they're quite literally saying, no more freedom of press, you must be pro-war. And frankly, changing course is in their own business interest, since trust in legacy media has now fallen to an all-time low of just 9% and are ratings disasters. Dude, oh my God, think about how brain dead this is. He's saying that changing course, like he's saying that if you start lying, that will help with your ratings, because right now you have a 9%. Dude, that's going to finish off their ratings permanently. That'll finish off their ratings permanently. Like, they have terrible ratings, and they're trying to save themselves by reporting on the war accurately. And you're saying, no, lie, and that'll help your fucking ratings, dude. And they wonder why people are watching people like me and Hassan and Kyle Kalinske. The American people have subsidized broadcasters to the tune of billions of dollars by providing free access to the nation's airwaves. It is very important to bring trust back into the media. Yeah, which is why you must start lying. When a political candidate is able to win a landslide election victory after in the face of hoaxes and distortions, there is something very wrong. Yeah, there is something very wrong. 77 million Americans are genuinely mentally fucking retarded. That's what's wrong. I'm not kidding. I do believe that every single person who voted for Donald Trump is a fucking retard. All of them. Every single fucking one. And now, I know a lot of people have jumped ship, and like, more power to you, but the people who support Donald Trump in this moment right now, I'm not kidding. I think of you as subhuman, inferior vermin that should be fucking enslaved. Call it what you will. You set the rules. I'm playing the fucking game. It means the public has lost faith and confidence in the media, and we can't allow that to happen. Time for change. Yeah, dude, in order to bring back faith and confidence in the media, you need to start immediately fucking lying. Unfucking believable. All right. Tucker Carlson says Trump's Justice Department is coming for him. Right-wing media personality has criticized the president's war of Iran as disgusting and evil. Let me refresh this. Dude, I'm getting so many copyright strikes in different videos right now. Dude, somebody in the government is pissed. Somebody in the government is fucking pissed. All right, let's watch this while I fix that.
So the other day I found out that the CIA is preparing some kind of criminal referral against me, a crime report to the Department of Justice on the basis of a supposed crime I committed. What's that crime? Well, talking to people in Iran before the war. They read my texts. So the crime under consideration apparently would be the Foreign Agent Act or something like that, acting as an agent of a foreign power. And I don't expect this to go anywhere. I'm not too worried about an actual criminal case against me for a bunch of reasons. One, I'm not an agent of a foreign power. Unlike a lot of people commenting on U.S. politics and global affairs, I have only one loyalty, and that's the United States, and have never acted against it. Its interests are the only interests I care about because I'm from here and I have a lot of kids. So that's not a concern. I've also never taken money from anybody. Don't need it, don't want it.
Well, that's a lie, Tucker.
And that's provable. And moreover, it's my job to talk to everybody all the time. And
somebody says, why do I care about what Tucker thinks about anything? Well, he's going to run for president in 2028. And if he runs for president against Gavin Newsom, he will win in a fucking landslide.
Try and figure out what's happening around the world. That's literally what I do for a living. And I'm not going to stop doing that. Nor should I don't think. I'm also an American. I can talk to anybody.
That's not how that works, bro. You're an American, which means you no longer have First Amendment rights. You need to start recognizing what country you fucking live in. All right, so Trump suggests that media outlets could face treason charges over the Iran war reporting. In an interview with FT, Trump also warned NATO could face very bad future if European allies refuse to assist U.S. efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. We already read this entire fucking tweet, but it's unfucking believable. Let's listen to this audio file.
Has been decimated economically in other ways. Are you ready to officially declare victory against Iran?
There's no reason to. I think I just say they're decimated, but I would do that. I think that we've done damage to them right now. If we left right now, it would take them 10 years and more to rebuild. But I'm still not declaring it over. Our military is incredible.
Also, it's because you don't have the right to declare when it's over. You are enslaved by Bibi Netanyahu. You will keep on fighting as long as Netanyahu tells you to. Now, the thing is, Netanyahu may be fucking dead, but that vault in Tel Aviv with videos of you fucking children because you're a child rapist, sex trafficking pedophile, Donald Trump, the president of the United States is a child rapist, sex trafficking pedophile. It's an irrefutable fact. If you disagree with me, you're wrong and fucking stupid. So those videos still exist in a vault in Tel Aviv, which means you quite literally cannot make any decisions against what Israel decides. So that we'll just keep on fucking fighting until they say so.
The job they've done is just incredible. And the problem is that when you look at fake stories written by you people, written by and generated by AI, it's incredible. And
Bro, he's claiming that the protests in support of the Ayatollah, like 250,000 people in Iran who came out celebrating like the martyr of the Ayatollah, he's claiming that entire fucking thing is AI generated.
I just wonder, like, Jeff, do you know that these are fake stories? Did you know that the rally of 250,000 people, the supposed rally, was fake? Did you know that?
It's not. That wasn't fake. That wasn't AI generated. But again, there is no such thing as truth anymore. This is a postmodernist world where truth isn't real. And Trump has said this before he even ran for president, that truth doesn't exist. Okay, truth is what I say it is. It's one of his 3 rules.
On the reporting on it. When you wrote about it, you talked about it, and you knew it was fake. It was AI generated. No, I didn't know it was fake. You knew it. Sir, anybody that knew the country knew there's not 250,000 people.
Has been just.
Bro, Iran has 90 million people. 250,000 is 250,000. There's 90 million. Of course there's 250,000 people in support of the Ayatollah. There's fucking tens of millions of people in support of the Ayatollah, you dumb fuck. And more now. All right, here's Khanna just fucking laying down the law regarding how we are fighting this war for Israel.
Been allowed to continue enriching uranium. I mean, through
Friend of the show, Khanna. Shout out, Ro.
through their actions and even their statements in this negotiation, they were not going to give that up.
Absolutely not. They should not be nuclear. But we had the JCPOA that had their enrichment down to about 3.6%. We could have had, through Oman, tougher sanctions and negotiation. The Oman
But even
mediators
Democrats
were
acknowledged
saying
that was just putting off the eventuality of them getting a weapon, not blocking it entirely. I mean,
Shut the fuck up, you dumb blonde cunt, dude. You've been claiming that the Iranians were 2 weeks from making a nuclear weapon since 1979.
Democrats have accepted that.
Well, putting off for 15 years. That's what the JCPOA would have done. And then you could have had tougher negotiation in terms of making sure they didn't have missiles. But there was no imminent threat. Now there's a threat to the United States. We've created a threat. There were no ICBMs that Iran could launch here.
I believe they said they had the material to make 11 bombs.
You dumb cunt. A bomb is not a fucking intercontinental ballistic missile. First of all, they don't have the material to make a nuclear bomb, you dumb fucking bimbo. But second of all, even if they fucking did, they would have to strap that warhead to an intercontinental ballistic missile. You stupid fucking cunt.
But they couldn't reach the American home.
Bro, this is why I can't go on mainstream media. If I was in his seat, I actually would have said that. I actually would have said that.
I mean, everyone acknowledges they don't have ICBMs. Now we've put our troops at risk. 13 Americans are dead. And I hope we can end this war. I just want the president to declare victory, end the war. I don't want more Americans dying. I don't want $2 billion a day going into the Middle East.
It's $3 billion.
You know, we were dragged into this war in a way that isn't helping the American people. People, you know what they talk about in my district around the country? How are my kids going to get jobs? How am I going to focus on getting health care? How can I afford child care? Why are grocery prices too high? That's what people are concerned about. They don't want us spending $2 billion a day fighting a war in the Middle East and putting our troops at risk.
I hear your point on the economy. I think the other side of this whole debate is that, you know, once Iran gets a weapon, negotiation doesn't really matter much because, you know, the whole field changes. So that's where we are today.
Yeah, and I bet you Iran wishes they fucking had a nuke, because if they had a nuke, we would have never had the audacity to fucking bomb their nation, assassinate their Ayatollah, and just destroy their fucking citizens in the thousands by raining fire from above.
They were nowhere close to getting a weapon. President Trump just 6 months ago said we've destroyed all of it. They're nowhere close to getting a nuclear weapon or getting that enrichment. And we could have continued with tough sanctions and diplomacy to make sure that they did not enrich. But what happened? Netanyahu said he was striking. Rubio said, oh, Netanyahu said, I'm striking. I guess we got to go. American people are tired of us being dragged into these Middle East wars. They want American leaders who are actually going to put America first. Put money into our manufacturing base, into jobs here, into childcare here. That's why the president's numbers are down. He hasn't released the Epstein files. He promised that. Massey and I said, forced him to release the Epstein files. He's said he wasn't going to get us into foreign wars. He's getting us into foreign wars. I just hope he stops with what he's doing and remembers what he ran on in 2016 and
Everything he ran on was a fucking lie. When are you people going to be able to accept the fact that he was lying? He is compromised. The entire reason he became the president of the United States is because the Israelis chose him. They chose him because he is blackmailed to the high heavens. And he's the first president that they've ever put in the office that they can actually start a war with Iran through. He is compromised. He's a Manchurian candidate. You need to stop pretending like this man is a normal man. He's not. He's a child rapist, sex trafficking pedophile, and the Israelis have evidence. They have videos of him raping kids.
I just want to be clear
here. And it's going tremendously well, ahead of schedule.
How long should Americans expect for gas prices to be high?
Trump said, until I feel it in my bones. Trump said this war will wage on until he feels it in his bones, that it is a good time to stop it.
Are we talking weeks? Are we talking months? Or just don't know at this point?
Yeah, I think that this conflict will certainly come to the end in the next few weeks. Could be sooner than that, but
okay, so that means that this conflict is going to wage for months, if not years.
Conflict will come to the end in the next few weeks, and we'll see a rebound in supplies and a pushing down of prices after that.
Jesus fucking Christ. Iranian lawmakers cite the UN Charter in calling Ukraine a legitimate target for helping Israel with drones. The head of Iranian Parliament National Security Commission on Saturday threatened to attack Ukraine, claiming Kyiv had become a legitimate target by supplying drone technology to Israel. And it makes sense. If you're the Iranians, then yeah, it makes sense. You should be targeting fucking Ukraine if they're giving the Israelis their fucking drones. Oh, Iran's foreign minister said multiple countries have approached Tehran seeking safe passage to the Strait of Hormuz. Asking about reports that France and Italy are in contact with Iran, he declined to name countries but noted that some vessels have been allowed to pass safely. 2 Indian ships transited the strait yesterday.
Traded with them, you had relations with them. If your government survives this conflict,
oh my God, somebody just said, that's a bad idea. Ukraine is 1000% down to fuck around in the sand. If Ukraine split their forces into the Middle East, Russia would occupy the entire nation of Ukraine in about 3 weeks. Okay? The Ukrainians are hanging on by a fucking thread right now.
Go back to doing business with countries you're sending drones into and hitting civilian targets.
Well, obviously, these are the countries who have given their soil to American forces to attack us. So what can we do? We just sit and watch that American forces are attacking us from their soil, and
but your drones are going into civilian areas and hitting plants and hotels and civilians.
No, this is not the fact. We are only targeting American assets, American installations, American military bases. Everything belongs to Americans, and this is a fact that they are using their soil. You know, there are many examples.
By the way, the Iranians released their demands for an American surrender, and it included American bases in the Middle East. All of them must be evacuated. America must fully withdraw from the Levant. Another one of their demands is that if Netanyahu is alive, they want him hand-delivered to the International Criminal Court.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and they want a public apology from Donald Trump for assassinating the Ayatollah. And they're 100% serious.
They attacked our islands using HIMARS artillery rockets, which are low-range, rockets, and they used the territory of UAE to attack us. A week ago, 3 F-15 jet fighters were shot down, apparently by a friendly fire in Kuwait, but nobody asked what they were doing in Kuwait. They were using Kuwait and, airspace of a neighborly, a friendly country to attack us. So it is obvious we cannot just, remain,
right. Well, so many of these countries are part of CENTCOM, but this is the point, is that it's going to hurt your country in the long term. But when we talk about the Strait of Hormuz, which is such an important transit point for global trade, you have said it is closed to Israel and it's closed to the United States. The Financial Times is reporting that European diplomats from France and Italy are talking to your government about trying to get safe passage for their ships. Are you open to restarting oil and gas vessels going through there?
Well, we are open to countries who want to talk to us about the safe passage of their vessels.
You are negotiating with France and Italy?
Well, I cannot mention any country in particular, but we have been approached by a number of countries who wants to have a safe passage for their vessels, and this is up to our military to decide. And they have already decided to let a group of vessels belongs to different countries to pass in a safe and secure. So we provide them security to pass because we have not closed this strait. They are not coming themselves because of the insecurity which is there because of the aggression by the U.S.
He's literally crippling the entire American economy. All right, last I want to show you this. This is not the last thing, actually. I want to show you. This is the video of proof of life that Benjamin Netanyahu released. And this shit is so fucking AI generated, I actually am starting to believe that Netanyahu is dead. So they're asking him in dog tongue if, like, hey, there's videos saying that you're dead and that you have 6 fingers. All right, a couple things you gotta note. Look how full this fucking coffee is. Please tell me how this thing doesn't spill when he squeezes the cup.
איך הם מתנהגים, פנטסטי. אתה רוצה לספור את מספר אצבעות? אתה יכול להראות לנו? פה. פה. ראית? יפה מאוד.
Then he sips the coffee. A pretty big sip. You see him swallow some of it. A pretty big sip. And yet, it doesn't go down by a fucking centimeter. Now, what I'm going to need you to pay close attention to is this pocket right here. Okay? Towards the end of the video, this pocket is going to slide shut on its own. I'll replay it and put it in slow-mo.
והעמידה שלכם היא מדהימה, נותנת כוח לי, לממשלה, לצה"ל, למוסד. אנחנו עושים דברים שאני לא יכול לשתף ברגע זה, אבל עושים דברים מכים באיראן חזק מאוד, גם ביום הזה, גם בלבנון, ממשיכים. אתם אומרים לי להמשיך?
Get ready. Get ready for him to put his hand in his pocket and for it to magically close.
אני אומר לכולכם, גם אתם תמשיכו. תמשיכו להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, כל הזמן, להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, וגם לראשי הערים, להיות תמיד ליד מרחב מוגן. ואנחנו נקל.
You see that? I'm going to play it for you in slow-mo. Watch that pocket close on its own.
וגם...
Watch this. Hand goes in. See this flap? Watch this flap. Ready? Did you see that? Watch that flap again. How the fuck did it do that? How the fuck did it do that? That's AI. That's AI. How the fuck did it do that? That's AI. Like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that is 100% AI generated. All right, here's what it looks like in Dubai right now. After the Iranians bombed, what is this, an oil refinery? A fuel depot near Dubai International Airport. Taiwan reports large-scale Chinese military aircraft near their island. The Chinese are seizing the opportunity. It is about time that they take Taiwan. And I do believe Trump should be live right now at the Kennedy Center talking about some stupid fucking shit that I couldn't give less of a fuck about. Oh, the cube is bugging out. Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin. Oh, Jesus. Thank you for the $5. This is clearly AI. You seriously think Israelis are tipping their baristas? That's so fucked up. You're right. They're definitely not. All right. So listen, that's all I got for you. If you're watching this pre-recorded on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Costs you nothing, helps me immensely. If you're watching this live, you stay. We got to make a thumbnail for that video. Other than that, do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers. All right, that's a good one. Yeah, and I'm starting to think BB's fucking dead, gang. I am starting to think that BB is fucking dead. All right, let's get that uploaded and make a thumbnail, and then I gotta go to therapy. Well, I gotta shit first, then I gotta go to therapy. All right, we need Trump screaming. Yo, are the donations still working? I have no idea if they're still working. This is episode 406. Thank you for the $7. It's thummy time. Thank you for the $5. Hey man, send you an email with some sound for your soundboard. I did see that email. Thank you. I will check that out later. All right. Trump demands Europe to join the war. Trump demands Europe to send their armies, send their militaries to the Strait of Hormuz. Trump is in full panic mode. Trump begs European leaders for help in the Epstein War. I thought you said we already won. Why would we need help from China? Thank you for becoming a member for 5 months. I appreciate that. With the $5. Larry Silverstein bought the U.S. Bank Tower in LA. Maze Bank coming down for sure. Yeah, I saw that, dude. 100%. Jared Kushner will take over the tyrannical regime of Israel. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Jared Kushner is going to be the Ayatollah of Gaza. All right, that video is processing. We'll get it published. I have to cut off the tail end of it. Or sorry, I have to cut off the beginning of it once it's done processing. Bless the snow day. Thank you for joining. All right, let's make a quick advertisement for this video while it finishes processing. Okay. So the pedophile president of the United States of America is now begging Europe and China to help us secure the Strait of Hormuz. You heard that right. He's begging China to send their warships to secure the Strait of Hormuz. He's like, China gets almost all of their oil from Iran. And he's neglecting to mention the fact that China leads the world of renewable energy. They have entire fucking mountain passes with solar panels on it. They use coal. They have all different sorts of renewable energy. They do not need fucking oil. On top of that, he lashed out at reporters on Air Force One, calling them all fake news. He was asked directly about the 6 U.S. service members who died in Iraq the other day, and he literally ignored the question. Like, looked her clean in the eyes while she was fucking asking the questions and then ignored it. He also labeled everybody who is talking about the war in a negative light as fake news. And now the FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, is threatening to revoke the licenses of any and all news broadcasting stations that do not just pump out pro-America propaganda. He's saying that if you cover the war in a negative light, the FCC will remove your licenses. So welcome to North Korea. Honda! Perfect and humble leader! That's the point where we're at. Where even now we have sitting Republican congressman threatening to charge Tucker Carlson with treason. With treason. I mean, even Trump on his Truth Social, Lie Social, goes and says that anybody and everybody who reports on this war in a negative light is committing treason. So freedom of speech is completely fucking gone. Freedom of the press, completely fucking gone. On top of that, what else? Trump dropped a MOAB on Karg Island. That's the mother of all bombs. It's the bomb right before a nuclear weapon. The Chinese are surrounding Taiwan, getting ready to invade. Iran has declared that Ukraine is a valid target because Ukraine is giving drones to Israel. Israel's being pelted to the high heavens. It seems like Netanyahu may actually be dead. That video of him in the coffee shop was 100% fucking AI generated. Watch his pocket close on its own. And watch his pocket close on its own. Not to mention that coffee wasn't spilling. Shit was filled to the fucking brim. Yeah, a whole new YouTube video talking about this while Trump just begs for help. Even though he says that we already won the war, he's begging for help, which is kind of bizarre. And then, yes, as you know, our 5,000 expeditionary forces will invade Karg Island in amphibious assault. And then they're going to meet no resistance, and they're going to move their way into the island, and then the Iranians are going to launch a drone strike on the warship that sent them, forcing that warship to either retreat or it'll be sunk, rendering the 5,000 expeditionary forces on the island as hostages, which Trump will just sacrifice. Trump doesn't give a fuck about human life, and he really doesn't give a fuck about U.S. soldiers. Hey, GI watching this, you think the president of the United States gives a fuck about you? You die, he'll replace you in a fucking minute. You're a weapon, not a person. At least according to him, I think you're a person. That's why I wish you weren't sent to the desert to go fight a war for a fucking pedophile in the name of Israel. But have fun! New YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video, new YouTube video. All right. All right, let's get that uploaded while we tweak this here. First, we'll do this. Right there. Trump is begging other world. There we go. Let's get this uploaded on YouTube. Oh, Honda! Perfect humble leader! Bro, I just lost my job. Get fucked. They had me finish a government contract first. Get fucked. I'm sorry, that does suck, though. Trump is live. I don't really give a fuck. You really think they cover up Bibi's death? Yes. They'd make him a martyr and double down. Nah, bro. If the world knew that Bibi Netanyahu was obliterated by an Iranian attack, like, the entire fucking world would finally let loose on Israel. Or at least half the world. I would advocate for that, too. All right, let's get this uploaded. So it's confirmed that Bibi's dead? No, it is not confirmed. New episode of the Valenti VOD. All right, and now we get that uploaded on Instagram.
Una mattina, mi sono alzato. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Una mattina, mi sono alzato e ho trovato l'invasore. Oh, partigiano, portami via. Oh, bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao. Oh, partigiano, portami via. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao.
New episode of the Valenti VOD. All right. Thanks, I hated that. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, Bella Cafefe. Maybe that's what Trump was trying to tweet back when he tweeted out Bella Cafefe. Maybe he was trying to look up Bella Ciao.
Bella Cafefe. Bella... Una mattina mi sono alzato, bella cofefe, bella cofefe, bella cofefe, una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato invasor, partigiano, portami via, bella cofefe, bella cofefe, bella cofefe, una mattina.
Dude, like that, oh my God, dude, that's actually so funny. It's cursed, it is cursed. It's absolutely cursed. I know damn well that I pissed off somebody at the government because 6 of my videos were hit with a copyright claim. I edited them all and got rid of it, but like 6 of them all in the same morning. Somebody gonna get her. She dancing like a stripper. Somebody gonna get her. Yeah, pregnant teens in ICE custody are being sent to a private island. And a lot of those teens were not pregnant when they were detained by ICE. Absolutely fucked up. It's absolutely demented. Absolutely demented shit. Yeah. Well, it's because ICE is full of rapists. You guys don't know that being a rapist is like a necessary requirement to become an ICE agent? So, as we know, all ICE agents are rapists and pedophiles and murderers, right? ICE agents are actually subhuman. Like, ICE, oh God, I can't even say what I want to say, but like ICE agents should not be treated the way that you treat human beings or even animals, right? You should be treating animals better than you treat ICE agents. They should be treated like, what should I say? Like an invasive alien species that is a threat to humanity. That's how they should be treated. You know, don't even, like when you see an ICE agent, don't think that's a human being. That is a demon. That is a demon that must be removed. That's what they are. I mean that wholeheartedly. Yes, they're like the Chinese lantern bugs. They have no purpose. They are oxygen thieves. All right. It's all good to go. All right, I'm going to go, guys. I got to take a shit. I got to get ready to go to therapy. Then I got to go to the gym. I got a lot of stuff to do today. Thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti broadcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I love you all. You have greatly disappointed me in today's chat revenue. Greatly disappointed me. I need $1,000 before I go. I'll give you 2 more minutes. I expect $1,000 before I go. Come on. 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 Money, 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 money. I ain't giving you shit, bruv. Suck my dick, James. You fucking bastard. And don't worry, I'm fucking with you guys. All right, guys. Oh, thanks, James. Thank you, James. That means a lot to a little white boy. That means a lot to a little white boy. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for the $5. Tax season is coming. You really think I'm going to pay my fucking taxes? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you really think I'm going to pay my fucking taxes? Are you fucking out of your mind? All right. Thanks, guys. Oh! I'm out of here. Bye, everybody.